Hello, 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 everybody on Instagram and Facebook. Hello, hello, everybody. I think I am live. The connection is coming through. So I just wanted to jump on and say hello. I just wanted to connect with everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. I basically wanted to jump on and say hello to everybody because I think there's a lot of people that are out there that are contemplating their next move. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for waving in and checking in. So this whole live that I'm doing right now, it's all about, if you're in real estate, you're looking at different brands, you're different looking at different models. So basically, I'm going to kind of share with you guys, some questions that I think are really important to ask. As you if you are going to be interviewing people and other brokerages, you should definitely ask them certain key questions. So I just kind of wanted to pose these questions, and then also have you be present and to what you are doing, what it is that you're actually doing every single day with your time, because as you already know, our time is extremely valuable. So if obviously, if you're tuning into this, I mean, this certain topic is about real estate, and obviously there's a bunch of changes that are happening in the world right now, right? There's a bunch of changes that are happening. So when you are interviewing and looking and contemplating at your brokerage as a realtor, right, then you the number one thing, right, when I was looking at a brokerage, of what I'm looking for is leadership, right? Leadership, because who you surround yourself with is who you become. I truly believe that leadership is imperative. Who you surround yourself with, really, you're going to pick up different habits and different modalities, and all of those things impact you because of osmosis. So the people that you're around will impact you. So you got to be in an environment that's all about growth, right? Like, at least for me, right? I think you have to be part of an environment that's about growth. So leadership is really important, if you're contemplating and looking at a brokerage. Another thing you should look at is obviously the platform. What platform, what is their operating system, and is it designed to really thrive in today's industry? And is it really in position to really last, right? Because I ask people this question all the time, and thank you guys for tuning in, but it's like, if you're looking at the world, right, I'm going to ask you this question, if you're listening in, whether it's live or in a recording, do you think that the world is going to be more digital in 10 years or less digital in 10 years, right? And if you guys are there, right, what do you think? Is it going to be more digital or less digital? And I think obviously the answer is that it's going to be a lot more digital. So looking at the platform of the company that you have, right, it's extremely important, because the platform is going to determine if it's actually mirroring and it's actually doing what the world is doing, right? Like, look at the disruptive platforms in the world right now. It's like, Airbnb, and it's Uber, it's Netflix, it's decentralized, like money. Every single structure that we have in place right now is being disrupted. So what platform are you operating your real estate business? What's up? What's up, bro? So what operating system are you using, right, to run your real estate business? Because the platform is very imperative, right? Because how your customers are going to find you, how you work your business, how you get trained, how you develop, all that stuff is extremely important. And then the other thing is support, right? Support is extremely important as well, right? Most of the individuals that I speak to, the number one question that I get asked is, what kind of support do we have, right? And I always ask them the same question: what kind of support do you currently have? And the average answer, because I talk to realtors from C21, from Remax, from Coldwell Banker, from Compass, from Keller Williams, from every single company out there. I talk to realtors every single day. Their number one question is, what kind of support? And I always flip the question. I say, well, what kind of support do you currently have now? On average, each brokerage has anywhere from 2 to 3 staff members at the most. At the most, 2 to 3 staff members that are there to help you with your business, right? And I tell them, like, look, 2 to 3 people is the average. At EXP, we have over 2,000 staff members. And that's like, boom, like mind blowing, right? Like, you got 2,000 staff members that are specialized, that are there to help you as an agent, right? And this is the other thing. I just learned this today, right? I've been at EXP for 3 years, and our tech department within the EXP world, and if you don't know what the EXP world is, just message me. I can give you a guest pass. It's our version of the metaverse, and it's like incredible. Like, it's literally incredible. So, um, you know, 24/7 access to our tech support. So that means that you can go into EXP world and have a 24/7 access to support for technology. Also for onboarding or any agent services, We got our staff that is available until 8 p.m. every day. We also are available Saturdays and Sundays. So support. Make sure you're always asking about support and staff. And the other thing is at the end of the day, right, we're going to do real estate, right? At the end of the day, no matter what brand we're part of, we're going to do real estate. We're going to sell homes. We're going to represent buyers. We're going to represent sellers. We're going to negotiate contracts regardless. So what I think is really important is like, what am I getting in return for my investment in the franchise or in the brand that I'm being in, right? So if I'm in a company, what am I getting in return by my investment, right? And I'm paying the company a certain amount because of my commission structure. So you got to really be aware, like ask what kind of equity opportunities they have, right? And 100% of all companies out there, like I wouldn't say 100%, but almost 100% are going to have zero equity opportunities, right? EXP is the only company that has the true equity opportunity. And at the end of the day, what you got to get present to is that you're a realtor. You're going to represent buyers. You're going to represent sellers. You're going to do the things you've always done. But here you're going to develop, you're going to earn equity, right? And there's 5 different ways. I'm like, that's a no-brainer for me. When I really looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, I have an opportunity to earn equity in a company that's worth almost $5 billion. I mean, this thing is going to change so many lives. It's already changing lives here by the day. So you got to look at it. What kind of equity am I getting for my membership at my company, right? Are you getting something in return for your investment? The fact of the matter is that 99.99% of the time is no. So no equity. So make sure you ask that question when you're looking at your platform. The other thing, besides the equity piece, look at what kind of technology, what kind of CRM do they have? Do they provide a CRM? What kind of tech package they have? And we have KV Core. We have many systems. We also have partnerships with Zillow, with Redfin, with Opcity, with Ojo. We got basically 12 different companies that we partner with on a daily basis that are consistently sending us customers, right? So the technology, what kind of operating system do you have for the tech, leads, and customers coming to you? The other thing I think that people don't pay attention to is the fact that you need a cap, right? At the end of the day, it's not smart if you're paying like an insane amount of money to your brokerage. So you got to really measure, okay, what am I getting in return? And what is the dollar amount that I'm paying out? We have a very reasonable cap. So understand and ask, do you have a cap, right? And then when I do cap, do I get equity? 99.9% of the time they don't, and they don't have equity, period, right? So look at that and all the fees, right? All these little hidden fees. That's another thing. Our brokerage at EXP, one of our core values is transparency. You could find everything online. Most brokerages, every single one of them, no matter what, they have a different split, different structure, different splits for different people. And like it's you never have a clear answer. What our company is 100% transparent. You have a cap, you have a split, you have a certain fee, and that's it. Like it's very simple. You can look at it on Google, on any website out there, and I can drop the information. But transparency is a huge key. So understand what fees are actually being assessed. And I learned this, in my career, right? I used to be at a 90%, 95%, but that never capped. And also with the additional franchise fees and all the other BS fees, you end up netting like 82%. So you got to really pay attention to that. And then the other thing is like, like leads and systems, right? What is it going to help you to develop your business in today's market, right? A lot of people, they do have, 20, 30 years of experience. So they have a large database. They have customers in the past, all those things. But for a lot of people right now that want to develop their business, you need a solid lead generation strategy and a solid lead generation company that you got to partner with that is going to send you customers, buyers and sellers, right? And this is another thing to note. As realtors, our roles have changed. So I just really want you to know that our roles have changed. In the past, realtors, we were hired to find the house. Like we're like, hey, you know what? We're getting contacted, find me the house. Right now, the entire world has every single bit of information at their fingertips. Consumers know as much as you do, or sometimes even more. They've already done their research. Everything is public information. So your role as a real estate agent is to be a facilitator. You're facilitating a real estate transaction. So do you practice your skills? Are you being professional? You got to really work on that, because when you're being hired or chosen as a realtor, they're looking for you as like, do I like this person? Do I want to work with this person? Because all you're going to do is facilitate the transaction and get them to the finish line. You're going to ease their pain right throughout the process. So That's extremely important. And mentorship, right? Understand where you want to go. We got some agents that partner up in the company that are new agents. Some of them are seasoned. Some of them are building teams. Some of them are building organizations, right? A modern way of building brokerages. Because again, I think that the world of real estate, it's going through a huge transformation. And I'm telling you, you got to pay attention to this. This is going to be written about on history books, and our company is rewriting everything. Right now, 75,000 agents at EXP literally breaks records for every single company in the history of real estate. There's not another brokerage that's independent that's as large as ours. We're going to be at over 100,000 by the end of the year. You got to pay attention. If you're in real estate and you have that magical license, right, that everybody has. There, by the way, there's 299,000 active licensees in California, right? And there's over 2.1 million across the US. So where you're putting your license matters truly in today's industry. So the coaching and the training, right? A lot of the people that I talk to, they got 3, 4, 5 classes in a week. We have 15 to 20 every single day. So what I'm going to do is kind of conclude here. I just kind of wanted to jump on and kind of make myself available, because if you are contemplating on interviewing brokerages, please reach out. I will. It's confidential. Just understand your options, and just be open-minded. Remember that you got into the real estate business because you were open-minded about a different future and a different vision. So the thing that I see that a lot of people make the mistakes with is that they literally close their doors and they become closed-minded. And if we were closed-minded, first of all, we none of us would be doing real estate. Because with a closed mind, it's very risky. It's very risky for us. In real estate, you're working on your own. You're an independent contractor. So as an independent contractor, it's a risk, right? So I understand that you had to have an open mind to step into this industry. So all I'm asking for you to do is to have an open mind moving forward and learn, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. If you're not growing, you are dying. If you're not growing, you're declining. The thing about life, right? When you feel the most fulfilled and the most excited is when you're growing, right? So if you're not excited, if you're not waking up out of bed excited right now, it's because you're not growing. So you got to get around an environment of growth. You got to be around people that are talking about growth every single day, because that's what I know brings excitement and happiness, right? So, guys, look at those questions. I'm going to put these questions here. I'm also going to drop my calendar in here. So if you guys want to schedule a time, you also can click my link on my bio. But definitely go to my Calendly, book a time. Let's talk. And free consultation. Like literally, just understand your options as a realtor. What's up, Jose? What up, bro? Let's grow. Man, reach out, guys. Reach out, connect. Literally right now, the industry is going through a massive transformation. Pay attention, be open-minded, learn, be a student. Never get to the point where, what, I've already learned everything. No, the moment that you think you know everything is the moment that you don't, right? So continue to have an open mind and learn, right? Pay attention to smart people. Why are they doing moves, right? And that's what I did 3 years ago. 3 years ago, the company was, right around 7,500 agents, and a lot of people called me insane and said, "What? Why are you going from the number one company in the world at the time to this little tiny company that nobody's ever heard of?" Well, I came here because I saw the big picture. I was open-minded. I humbled myself. I put my ego to the side, and I said, "You know what? I am willing to learn." Because as a leader, it's my fiduciary obligation to understand that what I am bringing to the table for my people that I lead, that I 100% have the best value proposition, period. Right. And that's what we got to be open to, like learning and understanding that, because, the time is ticking, right? How long are you going to be in the business? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years? Time is ticking. You got no time to waste. You got to be around. Growth, you got to do it now. It's getting faster and faster. You got to be more professional than ever. You got to amplify your skills. So, those are all the things that I think are extremely important. So ask the questions, guys. If you're interviewing, or if you're in a position where you're like, you know what, am I really growing at the rate that I want to? If the answer is no, get in conversation, reach out. I make my time available. This is what I do. I coach, train, develop other people. This is what I do all day. I'm literally doing what I love. This is what I'm passionate about. So just reach out with any questions, send me a DM, like get on my calendar, and let's connect and let's grow. Let's grow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Whether you guys are listening to this live or you guys are, listening to this on the replay, but I'm actually doing this on Instagram and on Facebook at the same time. So where, regardless of where you're looking at this, my intention is that you have an amazing year. I know that you probably started off the year with a big vision and a big goal, and we're 2 months into it, right? And we're about to be in the first quarter, right, to end. So don't lose your enthusiasm. Don't lose the big idea. And that's what you really got to do, is keep yourself inspired every single day, because that flame has to continue to burn. And you're the one that is going to be the one that does it, right? And yeah, thank you so much for your comment, Ms. Ruby. We got to see the big picture. We got to see the big picture. We got to learn. We got to grow. We got to develop ourselves. So, also, something completely unrelated to brokerages, a book that I'm reading right now that is life changing. It's called Life Force by Tony Robbins. So, if you haven't read that book, pick up that book. I truly believe it's going to save so many people's lives. It's going to change our world. Life Force by Tony Robbins is one of the best books. I'm like obsessed with learning about it. It's so powerful. So please pick up that book. You could save somebody's life literally with the information that's contained in that book. It's called Life Force by Tony Robbins. 100% of all of the money that's being made for the book is being contributed and donated, to Feeding America, to feed families. So you're also doing a great thing for the world. But learn, right? Learn. Life Force by Tony Robbins. That book is like amazing, amazing. Pick it up. It's on Audible too. Tony Robbins narrates it. So that was like one of the coolest things, because Tony Robbins changed my life at 16. So I'm just like, anything he puts out, like, I'm gonna listen to it. So Life Force by Tony Robbins. Pick that up. And again, if you guys have questions, just feel free to reach out. Thank you for your time. Let's see, and the live.